And I'm going to kick that son of a bitch Bison's ass so hard that the next Bison wannabe is gonna feel it.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of OMGame Boy, a What the Famicom podcast subsidiary, or bite-sized episodes to fit in your pocket. And I'm your host, Nick Tendo here, joined by...
It's me, Hollywood Dan.
Oh, that's interesting, because we're actually going to rail against Hollywood in this mini episode here.
Well, I mean, sometimes people call it Holly Weird, you know?
Yeah, Holly Wired, you know what I'm
Holly
saying?
Wired, yep.
Yeah,
I think that's a porn star's name, Holly Wired.
It probably is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't go online. Anyway, what we're doing today is talking about how Hollywood and like the video game industry, there's this crossover. It's a weird thing where movies are games and games are movies and pop culture. It all mixes together, but really we should delineate the two. I don't like this whole blending and
I don't like it. It's like mixing DNA.
It's
like
disgusting.
it's like mixing human DNA with like an alligator. Like it's gross. You don't want to. Why would you do that?
I was going to say dino DNA with a frog because then you can make them all female. But then once in a while, I can change.
Life will find a way, you know.
Yep. Jeff Goldblum's having sex with who knows what in the back. So our idea today was let's talk about what about some cool games that would make great movies
That never turned into movies because Hollywood's always like, hey, let's just take this game, make it into a movie, and we're also going to do vice versa. Great
like this
games
idea.
that would make great movies.
I like this idea. So which one do you want to do first? You want to talk about games that make great movies or movies that make
Let's do
games?
movies that would make great games.
Okay, that's cool.
You want to go
Give me
first?
an idea. No. You
Okay,
go first,
so
man. You're gung ho.
I actually
Weird.
have the movie, but I also have like the genre that I'm putting it in.
Okay, because
So
I didn't do genres. You're cooler than me.
I picked Face Off. And I would say let's make it an RPG.
Oh, where you get to choose your own adventure?
And like, yeah, you would have to pick like it's kind of like Mass Effect where you'd pick like what you would say, like, but if you unlock certain achievements, you could say like, I could eat a peach for hours. Like, or, you know, if you say things Nick Cage says, but if somebody might pick it up that you're saying it wrong, they're like, oh, you're John Archer. Shit like that.
Wow, that's amazing. I actually forgot his real name for a second, or his movie name, but
Yeah.
that's pretty good. So then, like, I could eat a peach for hours.
Or
Couldn't
like
say
if you're
that.
John Travolta, you have to walk around Nick Cage and be like,
Angry.
ooh, wee, you good looking. And you know that scene.
No,
Those
I
are the
don't.
only two scenes I kind of remember right now.
I kind of do. Yeah. Oh, you look like.
I think it would make. I
me.
think the movie would make a really good RPG.
I think it would be. It would be great because you could choose whether or not to like act like the other one, or you could, what's the game? Dark Rain, Heavy Rain.
Heavy
Where
Rain.
You could choose
Oh
all
shit!
the wrong
Yeah,
answers.
it's perfect. It would be like, yeah.
Choose the worst answers, and you still progress the story, but it's clunky and terrible as hell.
So Face Off
It's
would be
like-
very reminiscent of Heavy Rain. If
Yeah,
anyone ever played that. Yeah.
and you would literally say things like, "I'm not the killer," and your wife would be like, "Why would you say that?" But the story would
The
progress.
story would keep
anyway.
going. Yeah, the Face Off story
You
would keep going.
couldn't even mess up, but it would be really funny.
There you
Get
go.
the wrong answers. Okay, I have Irreversible.
Irreversible.
It's a 2002 French film. It's by Gaspar Noé. It's kind of a dark film, but like I thought it'd make a great video game.
I've never heard of it. What the hell is it about?
I think it's like about this woman walking home and she's raped for like 10 minutes and they show it, the whole thing. And then she has to descend into hell and there's this weird siren noise that goes off for like 15 minutes.
Is this really happen in the movie?
Oh yes, this is 100%.
It sounds like a fucked up movie.
Oh, it's the most fucked up movie I've ever heard of in my life. In fact, we said the worst date scenario is if you brought your date to go see Irreversible when it came out in theaters, and
Oh my God.
you picked a really bad movie.
Yeah, seriously.
There's a siren that's going off. It's the story ending. You're like descending into hell. There's like all these weird people and sexual perversions and like violence going on. And anyway, I don't even remember how it ends. I just remember like that'd be a good video game. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we're not gonna get in trouble for this episode.
Rated G or something. I don't know.
G-rated episode. Yeah, I've never heard of that movie. It sounds fucked up though.
Yeah, it would have been funnier if you knew the movie, but you're not a film buff.
I guess I'm not a film buff.
Nick Tendo's a
Nick
film buff
Tendo
over
likes
here.
really likes the grimy fucking fucked up.
No, I
movies.
just know about it. Did I see it like film class or something? Who knows, dude?
Sure you did.
Anyway, yeah.
Uh,
Good.
my next one is Mrs. Doubtfire.
It would be a great game.
I think Mrs. Doubtfire would make a great video game. And you know what would make a great game? It would be a point and click.
So you'd have to find different stuff around your room to cover your face.
Well, it would only the point. Yes, it would be the two scenes would be you in the kitchen trying to put pie on your face, but you have to like get the pie, open the door.
You got to open.
The other scene is when he's cooking stuff on the stove and his boobs catch on fire. You got to look for the stuff to pat them down, and you have to pick what he's gonna say, like, "Oh, I'm getting hot flashes," like stuff like that.
Oh, I'm getting hot flashes. How about like in court, he can point and say, "I'm a terrible father."
Yeah, he does say that actually.
Yeah, he does.
Is that the end when he like admits he's a terrible father?
Yeah, I think he does.
And then like his brother is the guy from Independence Day. And he comes in, he's like,
David. Oh my God, David.
Forget my lawyer.
Like, I think these are all lines from Independence Day.
Ugh, my lawyer. Yeah, I don't really remember what he says in Mrs. Doubtfire.
I don't know. He says, I want you to make me a woman. Finally. And I never understood. Now I do.
Now I get it. Yeah, so I think it would make a great point and click.
That's interesting. I actually went with 50 First Dates. Would be kind of a cool one.
Is that the Adam Sandler or Drew Barrymore?
Like that would be kind of fun. Like you can mess up a date and like you'd see how far you can get with Drew Barrymore.
And you would have to keep repeating it, right? Isn't that the whole point of the?
Yeah. But like you wake her up every day. But like I was always wondering, like, could you get lucky with the seal, walrus, whatever it is? Like
maybe if you had the secret ending, Easter egg.
Easter egg. You could have sex with any animal. The penguin, the seal, the dude who's in all the Adam Sandler movies is ugly.
Rob Schneider.
Yeah, I think it is. I
hope Rob Schneider's not listening to this because we just fucking flat out call him ugly.
He does, but I also said it would be cool if Easter egg we could sleep with him.
That's true. You insulted him and complimented him at the same time.
How many other games are you sleeping with Rob Schneider? Name a game.
Absolutely zilch.
So now you go.
Is what I say.
I just increased his value, if you know what I'm saying, ladies. Ding.
My next game is Vanilla Sky. One of your favorite movies.
It is.
So
what kind of movie?
Vanilla Sky would make a great racing game because it would just be that scene where Cameron Diaz is like driving Tom Cruise and arguing, yelling at him, and all that stuff, and you have to like as him stop her from talk her down and stop her from swerving into stuff.
Doesn't sound like a racing game. It sounds like a don't die game.
Yeah, it's that. But then there's also the very end. They add in the cutscene of Kurt Russell pretending that he's real, and he just goes. Tom Cruise. What does Tom Cruise say to him?
Yeah, he says, what are your daughter's names? I'm real. David, I'm real. And he couldn't even make up his name.
The whole movie, Kurt Russell's talking about his kids. And then Tom Cruise just asked him flat out. So that part's in the game too.
Okay, that's the most important part of the movie.
So it's the ending. It's the driving part, and then that's it. The game's over.
That's not a bad game.
I think Hollywood is too scared to make any of these.
I guess so.
I guess the game industry is too scared.
The last one was Easy Pass rejected credit card auto replenishment notification.
That sounds like that would be good.
I mean, who knows? I don't know if it would work, but it came up to me. I don't know if it was mailed to me, but a recent review of your account indicates the credit card you chose for automatic replenishment has been rejected. The credit card in question, you have 3 options. You can visit our website at paturnpike.com/easypass. Select Easy Pass.
So we're just at a level now on our podcast, so we're just grabbing our mail and just reading it as jokes.
Anyway, I just think Easy Pass rejection credit card auto replenishment would make a pretty cool movie.
I agree. I think it would make, even though we're talking about movies to games, so that would make a good movie and a good game.
Yeah, I guess it's a game now. I guess I kind of confused that. I got lost in the. Anyway, so let's move on to the next part.
So we're moving on to video games that we love that we think would make really fascinating games. Or movies. Sorry.
God damn it.
Games to movies.
Games to movies. These are
all right. So what is your first choice of a great game that would make that hasn't been made into a movie?
Tetris.
Go on. I'm listening.
I just think it would be really cool. Like, it's different color shapes and they're coming down at random and then you have to align them, move them, and then get them so that they all line up and you delete lines.
So this is a movie though.
Yeah. It's like
an interactive
different
movie
color. Yeah. And like, it's like a movie that you can watch, but it's also interactive and they give you different shapes and they're different colors and you have to align them and everything's falling down. Anyway, I think it just boggles the mind that this would be a movie that you could watch with your family or something like
That's
that.
crazy. Yeah, I love it. I think it's like
It gets me. I get like
he's sweating right now. I look at it.
I'm
Yeah, he's out of
sweating
breath.
right
He's
now.
sweating.
I'm actually feeling verklempt.
Yeah.
But anyway, if I had all the money in the world, I would literally make this movie, and it would be 3 hours long.
Well, hopefully, we won't make enough money from this podcast so we can help fund that.
I hope so.
I
Anyway,
hope so too. So my game to movie is Fruit Ninja.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
Fruit Ninja?
with the first game you get. On
I
iPad,
think
right?
that would make a really good drama, like Schindler's List-esque, like a black and white. You just see a bunch of fruit, and it's like somebody has a gun to somebody's
Slow-mo.
head. Yeah, somebody has a gun to somebody's head, and they're like, "Yo, cut that fruit," and they're like, "I can't. My family's kidnapped," and it's like really dramatic. And I think
Gritty.
if they make like a gritty reboot of Fruit Ninja.
Is there like a underlying reason you got to cut the fruit?
No, there's just like there's sex trafficking in it. There's like murder mystery. It's like a combination, but it's like very dramatic. But there's also people are cutting fruit in it with their hands.
I kind of like it. I kind of think it's going to catch on, and Holly Weird is going to claim it's theirs.
Right, Holly Weird. They're gonna be like, "Oh, we thought of this first." Yeah.
I like that you said it here. We're going to publish this episode, so we get rights to it.
Yeah, perfect. You got another one?
Yeah, Superman 64. Can you imagine if they
Holy
made this like
shit.
what?
My next one is very similar to
Oh,
Superman
is it?
64.
Oh, damn. That's great minds.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think the character idea, it's a guy, red cape. He flies around. This would be a great character for like, we could build a movie around it, a whole universe. He takes off his glasses and he's a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you follow me? Like, I think this is
like
amazing.
so in a game, like he's flying through rings in the game. In the movies, does he fly through rings?
Yeah, he's flying right through rings. Like,
perfect.
Like just they're big rings.
They're just random in the sky.
Oh
He's
my
just
God,
flying through them.
man. Dude, kids are looking up and pointing and laughing. Some of them are crying. Like
They're
older people.
laughing at him. I love this idea. That's crazy.
So
mine was GoldenEye 64.
that's a great idea.
I think GoldenEye 64 would be a great adaptation in a
we
movie.
We had the same idea. That's a great idea.
So I think it would make a really good comedy. So a movie.
I didn't think that.
A game adaptation of a movie is now being adapted again into a movie, but you're taking the like shooting the scientist in the dick and them falling. Like it's more comedic and like, their faces when they hold up their hands and they're like holding their fists really weird. And
slappers only.
Like you have like it's like a multiplayer
mode.
movie. Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
This is
Holly Weird. They're like too scared to take chances.
GoldenEye. Check it out. If you see it in movies, it's because we thought
it's
of it.
our idea.
Last one I had was Madden 2003.
That specific year?
Yeah, I mean it came out August 12th, 2002.
Okay.
Voiced by Al Michaels. Really good. Maxim gave it a perfect score twice.
Damn, Maxim gives perfect scores. Yeah.
I know. And it introduced the hit stick. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. Marshall Faulk on the cover. Running back. Like how cool would this be?
So how would this contribute to being a movie?
Just picture it.
It would just be a football movie.
It's just a football game, but we're calling it a movie. I just love it. And it's 2003. It's literally, I think the Seahawks were substituted the NFC for this year. And it's like they upgraded the graphics. And it blows my mind that we could make this into a movie. And I don't know why Hollywood's sitting on their hands.
So we can make a PlayStation 2 football game into a movie. Yes.
Well, I mean...
mind blown.
I know.
Makes total sense.
Do you got anything else? I think we literally have enough movies to last Hollyweird forever at this point.
My last one is it was a Sega Genesis game called RoboCop versus Terminator.
Okay.
You ever heard of that?
No.
It was on the Super Nintendo too. Apparently they like team them up, or they're teamed up, or they're versus each other. I don't know. But I think that'd be a really good erotic thriller.
Okay.
Because they don't really make erotic thrillers anymore. Like Basic Instinct, like Fatal Attraction. Like sexy movies, they don't really make sexy movies. So I feel like at some point, like the RoboCop and the Terminator could meet up, and they're like, we're both machines. Nobody understands us, and like one of them crosses their legs, like a Basic Instinct. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who RoboCop are, or the other one. Who's the other one?
Who's Terminator?
Yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger can be in it. Is the Terminator?
I don't.
Oh shit! Could you name these guys? I guess I couldn't.
Okay.
I guess this wouldn't make a really good movie. These are not popular characters. So never mind. Scrap that idea.
Scrap it.
Nobody knows who
Garbage.
these characters are. Anyway, Hollyweird, if you come calling,
Hollywood.
the gaming
We're
industry.
we're not answering because
We're
we're
not answering if you're calling. So the gaming
gamers.
industry and Hollywood, if you're calling for us for ideas, we're going to hang up the phone.
We're too busy. We're doing episodes.
Too busy making small fucking podcast episodes and not doing homework or research.
Minis. I'm talking. You can pop this in and just listen to it when your boss is firing you.
When your boss is firing you, just pop it in your mouth like a thing of ecstasy and just put it on your tongue and just be like, "You're not going to fire me."
Yeah, he's never done drugs.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Anyway. So, thanks. Thanks for listening. If you have an idea for a video game or a movie
or a video game
or
a crossover, just give us a call or email us. Do whatever you got to do.
Send us a real mail because I read my real mail.
So clearly he reads his mail for the episode. So if you send it via mail, he's just going to read it.
Just don't take the turnpike when you're visiting me.
All right. Well, that's another episode of OMGame Boy. What do we say?
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Game over.
Game over. See you in Hollywood.